as the party of Power Rangers continue the adventure in the world of Tythir in the episode number 135. Thanks everybody who joined. Thanks for the players for coming almost on time, as usual. Yes, so that we can proceed with our game today. Do you remember what happened in the last game?
Yes.
Yes. The faces of certainty. Face of confusion on Paula, I see.
We talked to the priest of the deep. There was the lanternfish, which was friendly in the end, as we found out. And we decided where to go next.
Yes. That's correct. As well, Rave had an encounter with Freitor one-on-one, and she didn't even notice the passage of time, as her mind had to comprehend everything that has happened to her. First place. As for the rest of the party, was staying in the underwater guest chambers of the Redlac family, waiting for her to return. You were a bit concerned for a bit, but then she returned and tried to explain that everything is fine. And you also had Sas really liked the priest of the deep, and he even tried to persuade to become his apprentice of sorts. But that's not that simple with the deep, as Sas was hoping for. Other than that, I think, yes, you've earned some reputation with the Redlac family. They told you that the balance of power now in the town of Klost has changed to their advantage. I think they also have provided you a magic item, didn't they?
Yeah, the whistle.
The horn. Yes, correct. So in case you need... I hope you have added to your inventory. Yes, so once, if you are in need of help or you have troubles, then by the coast you would need to vessel it, and then hopefully there would be somebody to assist you. Other than that, you all climbed on the top of the Freitor, the champion of the deep, the Coral Sea Dragon, back, and he promised to carry you to any point that you know of your choosing before he would return to his ancestral lair, checking up on his descendants, heirs, and everything that happened since he was away and basically enslaved. And as far as I remember, our glorious party has selected Dunver as their next destination.
Yes, but we said that we will not make him get so close. So we said that we're just gonna... Was just flying, right? The rest of the way. Yes.
So as you were flying all the way past the Aquablade Lighthouse, you could already see the land, and in a far distance you could see the Tower of Rock still in the middle of the bay. Well, this is where the dragon finds an empty spot in the forest and where he lands. Of course, due to his vast size, his landing wasn't the most precise, kind of rusty. A couple dozen of trees has fallen to the left and right, making this empty spot in the middle of the forest a bit bigger, maybe for future landing. And you could only see how the ravens and other wildlife is scaredly running away from the spot of your landing. Yes. So as you land, you were also questioning Freitor and his dragon's opinions on the War of the Spring, remember? And he gave you extensive answers to what do the dragons think about that conflict and what did they do. I hope you remember. Other than that, yes, for you here, especially since Rafe still has a possession of the Black Pegasus, which wasn't killed on the airship battle, the path to Dunver, of course, would take you way shorter time than on foot. Yeah, Freitor was about to lift off. Do you have any
Yeah.
words to
Yes.
him?
I want to ask him if I have a way. If we have a way to contact him, if we might need him if something starts happening in the world that maybe we might need his support in. Like if there is a way to contact him.
He answers you back, Rafe, in Draconic.
Yes.
And he says, once you approve and get one with your legacy, then you will know.
Might take time. Okay. Okay then. Safe. Swim. Right back home.
That's a flight, then a swim. He carefully looks at all of your faces one more time, sniffs the air around you, and says, the path around seems to be safe for you. Well, I hope we meet again in less dire circumstances than before. Good luck, little one.
Thank you for everything and enjoy your new life.
He claps his wings and goes straight up, soon disappearing in the nearby clouds, only to be seen who knows when and where next time. Sas, Polo, and Rafe, you all kind of like look at direction as he's departing. And yes, the forest around you is unusually quiet.
Forest?
Yes, you are in the middle of a forest. There was a bit of a clearing. This is where he landed. So, well, if you are looking specifically where you are, if you're looking at the map, so you are a bit to the south from the letter R in the word Dunver.
Still quite far away.
Oh,
Okay.
well, it's still possible for you to go just directly by the coast in a way, all the way to Dunver. That would be the closest path flying. You can also step by your premises that were granted to you once you acquired Baron titles. So where are you heading to? Oh, the party may also split.
Oh, well.
Oh, no, it's not time to split.
Polo, do you have a
So-
camera on? No?
Yes. I don't know. Do we want to drop in our village, or we should head out for the straight
Someone
for the
have
town?
something to do at the village.
It's
Wouldn't
like a 2-day trip though, right? Something like that.
Well, flying would be anyway at least a day. Any direction.
just head to the city already.
I'm like not sure. Are we on the clock? Or can we just spend a day to check our lands? Maybe there's some passive income we can collect, you know? Like, good for shopping.
Passive income.
Passive income.
I can passively drop by our place and drop our items, and I can catch up with you on the way to Denver. So I would like
You
to
can do
that.
just that.
so offline activity. Come in, drop some items, and rejoin the party. If no one else is going to the village.
Actually, did you ever come up with a name? How would you name the place that was granted to you? Currently in papers it's just mentioned as a Power Rangers plot of land.
The Power Rangers place where they would meet together with. I don't know if it had a name.
I don't think so, to be fair.
So that's still an option for you, just saying.
We are organizing the contest for the best name, so
You can call it New Denver.
yes,
Well.
good name actually.
Oh,
Good
just
name.
The command center.
CC. Okay, HQ.
No, New Denver, New Denver.
New
New
Denver.
Denver, it's like New York. You're gonna make it
Okay,
bigger.
cool. I will add it next time to the map so that
Oh, I can call it
everybody.
New Goxen.
What?
Hmm?
New? What?
Dun dun dun.
New Goxen.
Goxin is the name of the capital of Tiefling Kingdom.
Come on.
Well, nah,
What?
that's like a kind of a political provocation, right? Like you can go to Tisir lands
It's
next to
the
their
word
capital, found a capital, you name
And then
after
they
your
say
capital.
free immigration, yes?
It's almost like an embassy, right? Like.
Then it becomes a
we don't have an
village, then it
embassy,
becomes
so
a town.
yeah.
Then it's a fortress.
Denver Toxin, it's called Toxin?
Gokzin.
Toxin. Can make it a double,
Well,
you
we
know.
can
Denver
make both
Gokzin.
names.
Yeah, two
Uh,
names.
Danksin.
Or we can just split our lands. Everyone gets to choose a name for their own land.
We legally register 3 names, and we'll, you know. So they
Becomes-
all point to the same PO box.
Very long name, very. Well, that's a possibility. Sas, you wanted to split and basically rush there. Meanwhile, the rest would straight away go to Denver.
I think Polo would also go to check on the lands. Like I think, if I'm not mistaken, at the beginning it was said that per week or per month or so, there would be like a yield of 500 gold pieces from the lands as they were when we received them.
Correct.
So
With
Polo
no
wants to go check.
improvements, yes, that was expected. Okay, then it's Apollo and Sas running through the woods. Without air support. Rafe and Farwell then go straight to Denver.
Yeah.
Where
Well-
do we meet? In a shop or the embassy?
Well, let's meet at the embassy if you. Yeah, because we're just gonna go straight to the shop. So
So lunchtime next day, meeting at the embassy.
yes,
Okay.
Sounds good.
we're gonna be sleeping there anyway. So yeah.
Totally not going to jail. Sure.
Not yet. We're gonna go together or not gonna go. Yeah.
Well, Brave, as you're taking the reins of your Pegasus, you quickly fly off from the place and heading all the way to the southwest, the shortest pathway that you know to the capital. Farwell is keeping quiet in his heavy armor, just in the back. In his thoughts, he's more thinking about what he's gonna say to Gaki and what's on her mind. It's kind of left you out of it and hopes that she's fine and didn't get any trouble. That's what's on his mind. He kind of inadvertently says it out loud, probably forgetting that he can speak his thoughts out loud. So, but other than that, yeah, quite soon, in the end of the day, you are in the outskirts of the Denver. Do you step by first the embassy or you go anywhere else?
I want to go to the magic shop or something like that. No.
Well,
To buy some scrolls at least.
yes.
I
As,
also want to say that I want to attune to something different. Is it okay if I just do it?
Absolutely, you can just switch it on your way.
Okay.
I think you don't want to use that color of that allows you to
Yeah.
breathe.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, no more water.
Well, there can be other dangerous substances. But other than that, it's no problem for you to get back into the bustling streets of Denver. As you're landing, you notice that it's already starting to get closer to the evening, about 7 p.m. And that mostly now the busiest places are at this moment are inns and other kind of party places where you can hear laughter and dancing happening. Most of the stalls in the Golden Market District already by this time are empty, so that because most of the trade is happening in the morning. But since you're mostly interested in the magic items and shopping of some interesting trinkets, you head to one of the few shops that are there. One of them is of course Lodiuli Emporium, but I remember you decided to avoid it as much as possible. Am I correct?
Unless we see like super discount 70% of everything, maybe we might consider
Closing
it.
sale, you know.
Yes, for clearance. Yeah, we have to close on, yes.
Maybe we should check the place out at some point. You know.
That's a spirit of Polo, yes. Talking.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Rafe, you're entering a nearby shop, which seems to be a direct competitor of Lodiuli Emporium. And immediately are standing, you see that on the central podium in the shop lies a heavy crossbow. And what attracts your attention to it, you notice that there are runes inscribed all over it. And it may look even like a work of art for some, but you've seen how this heavy arbalaster could be used and can be quite deadly, even in the hands of your party members. And as you get closer to it, of course, the price is the second thing that attracts your attention, which states,
Digits.
only today, only now, 38,000 gold for a legendary Ogre's heavy crossbow of guiding. So, as you're reading through the description, I'm going to post the description for you in Maps and Lore. But this is probably the top item that's today on the display, with a bit of a discount that immediately attracts your attention. So here it is, posting it in the Maps and Lore.
Whoa.
Well, of course, as you're looking at this specific item, you notice how one of the clerks of the shop is getting closer to you, and he at first checks on your appearance, and then realizing your noble origin, he starts kind of like a sales speech for you.
I'm like, don't worry, I'm just looking around. I don't need any advice right now. If anything, I'll just talk to you.
Of course, milady. If you need just anything, just tell me now. I'll be there. And he just points to the corner where he goes. Yes. Is there any type of items that you're specifically interested? Rafe, as you're in the shop, maybe you can now Google or consult any other notes. Meanwhile, we will go to other party members.
There are no scrolls here, right?
Scrolls are in the Temple of Anachron.
Maybe they started like, having a share by? Okay, but
Well, they still have exclusive rights, and that hasn't changed. But of course, that could be influenced and changed. Other than that, we're now jumping to Sas and Polo, who are running like hell
Can
through the
Farwell
woods.
maybe also buy stuff?
Yeah, Farwell, of course, can accompany Rafe.
Okay.
Of course, next to her, he looks just like a bulky bodyguard.
Yeah.
So, just one question: what is the benefit of storing a spell in a crossbow if it still takes one action? It's just about
Not
the
spending
spell
as long.
slot.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you need to have a long rest anyways to recover a spell slot. So it's a very little advantage, right? Or am I getting something wrong?
Well,
But is that
depends for
what
who.
it is, right?
Yeah.
Of course, for Farwell it's different because he doesn't need to make long rests most of the time. But 38 is 38.
Imagine you just need randomly an emergency fireball. So,
Yeah, but I need to store it in there somehow, right? It's not like I can use
you ask
spells I don't command. Right, so I need to ask Rafe to give me one of her spell slots, which she only recovers by having a long rest. Which is
Yes.
by which time the spell will already be, most of the time, be gone from the crossbow. Okay, very situational.
it's a next dawn, so if we go into technicalities, you're gonna have 3 long rests per day, I would rule. But we usually don't do it. So,
Yeah.
so the next dawn is just the next day.
Okay. Is there
So,
Farwell maybe like to sell something? He was-
well, as you're making the list for sale and looking for new items, we just go for Sus. Yes. Sus. As it's getting darker and darker, of course, the speed as you traverse through the environment increases as you're able to use your powers. You find that at no time Polo can actually catch up with you. Your bonus actions are just too good, you know. As Paula sees, he's just a shadow of Sus appearing here and there and there and there. And then he's out, like anime, you know.
Yes, exactly.
Are you
I'm
waiting for
surprised
him or you're
Paula can-
proceeding alone?
No, I don't want to wait for him. I'm proceeding. I have my own plans.
Okay.
See
So
you tomorrow,
party
Polo.
splits again.
Until we meet again.
Okay, Sas, naturally you are several hours ahead of Polo as you're reaching to the outskirts of the settlement that's now carrying the name of your party. And the very first thing that comes to your eyes is, of course, the changes that were brought by the orders you previously installed. And the main one, of course, you can see that in a plot of land that belongs to you, there is a 3-story stone building of a very familiar design been erected already. You know that this is far from the end of the construction. And you know that 3 stories is not even the limit of it, even underground wise. You notice that this specific time the construction is not happening, but on the territory of this to-be temple, you see a person. You soon find a person wearing very particular clothes familiar to you from your apprenticeship time.
That was that.
Well, do you remember what you ordered to be erected here, and whom did you invite to do that?
Yes, I asked to build a church, pharmacy, hospital, and 4 houses. So this must be the church, and I invited a priest from a monastery to come over.
Okay, very good.
Also, on the way to the Danver, I will steal some peasants' clothes, put all of my rich equipment into the bag of holding, and I will just conceal myself as a random peasant passing by.
As you were passing by, there were several scarecrows you could steal from. So,
Yeah, basically, yeah, like a totally hobo clothes.
yes. So, murder hobos in town. Well, as you are approaching the building of the church, to be church, you see that the person is still sitting on the bench, but his gaze is pointed directly at you, even though you're keeping to the shadows, as you were taught.
Brother, Marcus, is it you? Nice to see you. How you been doing?
He makes a gesture to you that you've seen before, and you realize that this is the sign which can be translated as greetings, but be careful.
I'm gonna take out the bottle of wine and just approach him, seemingly looking like a drunk guy trying to get drunk with another guy. So I would
Yes. Please
walk
roll for us the performance.
14.
Well, the bottle seems to be doing the trick. As you've seen some of the sailors, you're trying to mimic what they did on the airship and their behavior. And that's kind of very close as you're walking on the ship and how you're walking drunk on the land. Very much same posture.
Brother Marcus, let us get inside and enjoy this great wine. What a beautiful moon tonight.
He allows you to take him inside of this to-be church building. And as you enter inside, he is removing his cloak. And it is Brother Marcus. Can you please tell us your past relationship with him?
Brother Marcus was one of the rare brothers who actually returned from his trips. But he always stays silent and never speaks. Pretty much like the priest of the deep do. So he never tells the stories about what happened to him, but everyone knows that he disappeared for 5 years and then came back. With a lot of scars and burned hands, but alive. Since then, he was mostly, somehow working with the senior brothers, and not much working with the, fellow or previous companions.
Okay, so
But
he
likes
is
to drink,
senior
though.
to you.
Yes, he is like 10 years older, but he has one weakness is that he likes to drink, and during this time he starts to tell a bit of the stories, a bit.
Yeah, the drinks loosen up tongues quite often. And as you offer him a drink, he looks carefully in your eyes, sniffs the bottle, makes a sip of it. "Welcome, brother," he says afterwards. I got some message in private. Let me check it.
No.
Just the shopping list.
The shopping list. Well, the shopping list definitely. Wait, sell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, cool. Let me write you the prices now, as we'll be back to the SAS in no time.
I will finish it quickly.
Meanwhile, we did get all of those jewels or so from the Tritons, right? As for our travels, or was it gold?
Those were not jewels. Those were not gold. Those were specifically pearls. 8 pearls.
Right. Okay. Add those to the selling list.
I also want to sell that one. Just one of them.
Wait, do you have 2 of them?
Yeah. Right. Everyone had 2, and then Rafe and
Okay.
Polo had 3.
You got the clerk's answer.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's jump back to SAS. So, as Brother Marcus taking the bottle from your hand and not letting it go anywhere away, you notice that you probably need a couple more bottles very much soon, because this one is coming to an end.
Of course. Brother Marcus, here are 7 more bottles of the greatest one from the Kirinal. For you and the other brothers. And of course, there's a small 40,000 gold bonus if you would like to order more for the expenses.
He points you to a small box which is marked as for donations.
Easy.
Well,
Our
you can-
church is never known for, being connected to the material value, so I trust him a lot.
Yes,
But
naturally.
he's not
So
gonna
please
spend it.
write me exactly the contents of what you're giving to him.
So I will give him 40k gold. I will give him the in rubies. I would give him the ashes from the fireplace in Olympus Fortress. 1 coin from Tandoori, salty sea pills, ancient dragon tooth, crest of the Redlock Tritons, holy water of the deep, horn of the Redlock family, deep candle handler from the city of the deep, shell from the temple of the deep, fishnet, underwater breathing seaweed, and the mask. I will send you the content.
Do
will send you
you
those.
realize that everything you're giving to him, it's not really a storage, right?
It is the most fortified point of the city.
So you wanna
It's the
just give
church.
it for the safekeep, nothing else.
I will hand out the orders to the village main guy of the village, local
Olaf,
mayor.
yes.
Yes. So whenever he comes, I will give him some orders. But this is the safe house.
Okay.
This is the safest place. Also, my trainees are based here, so this is the most fortified and protected place.
Yes, please send me the full list in PM.
Will do.
And this list is going to be carried down into the already built basement.
And
of the
I
building.
just let's say later on I would so I would give orders on the training. I would tell him that I have those training guys to keep on training and protecting, and I would instruct him to build a landing pad for the airships ship, yeah, like a helicopter pad, basically. And the underwater shrine with all the shebang, like a piano, the dragon tooth, and the shell, and all of the cool stuff.
So you want to mimic the interiors of the Klest city?
Yes, I have a little bit of those things.
Wow, that's quite an
So-
extensive list of orders from the minor
that's
brother to Marcus.
Just a helipad and the underwater shrine. And I would instruct him to get in touch with Triton people and also basically, to create a trading route with them. So
Okay.
I have the horn. I can call them up. I can sell
You
them.
no longer have the
something.
horn.
I
You
have
give it to
what
him.
do you mean?
You give it to him.
Yes.
Yes.
For the purpose of calling out the
Yes. Polo.
trading stuff. Yes.
As you are finally arriving to the lands, the first thing it's quite dark already. It's past 9, and it's really good that you have almost perfect vision in the dark. As for now, thanks to your deity, and your senses are all sharpened. As you're getting close to the lands, you realize that the stand that you previously erected next to the tavern for repairs of carriages and the tiny Speti shop in a way there is currently looking as it's closed, but everything around it seems to be well maintained and in good condition as far as you can say. And you hear quite loud shouts of somebody having fun from the main building of your 2-story tavern that's been erected in the center of your settlement. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You would need to walk further on if you want to see the sus parts of territory with a temple starting the construction, or you would like to go to tavern, or what would you like to do on the spot?
So Polo wants to kind of check his parts of the lands first. Wants to find the people he left in charge there, and check in with them. What are the news? What happens? How is everything going? What is the yield? And yeah, he wants to collect the passive income part of his lands. And after that, he would sit in the tavern and listen to maybe news from the road, what's been going on. You know, sitting in a corner and just listening, eavesdropping on interesting conversations, or play a bit of dice if someone's around and down for that.
Yeah, so as you are getting inside of the tavern, you realize that it's actually quite full. And as you're looking around and checking on the faces, you realize that Olaf, the quartermeister of the lands, is also here. He's currently in the middle of a crowd of approximately like 7 men sitting by one of the tables. And a couple of them, it's like a playing some kind of a dice game. Meanwhile, Olaf is telling a story and making with some loud exclamations. Some other tables are busy just with some of the workers which are currently working on temple construction, plus those that work in the facilities that are on your lands.
Okay, I think Polo would, just mix in with the crowd to listen to the story, and maybe, start to participate in the dice game if there's an opening, if there's a new round, and he would try to catch Olaf later once they can talk a bit more in private.
Okay, cool. So as you're blending into the crowd, of course, your height helps you a lot to actually stay less noticed. You hear that Olaf is telling everybody that this year has been unusually rich in the harvest. and he is currently explaining how he is planning to expand his own endeavors for the next season. And meanwhile, others are giving you different advices. Some of them are saying, you know, just keep it safe. Meanwhile, some others say, oh, there are new traders coming, you know, from Valorant Kingdom to the capital. Maybe you can get something interesting, some weird machinery for the plowing that could be beneficial. So, yes, they are currently kind of deciding on what to do with the earnings he's planning to get. That's the topic. I don't think you've been, have you been here before as Polo, actually, in this lands? I don't think so.
Lands?
I think they don't know
Where
you
was-
in face, by
No.
your face. I think Farveld was there.
Didn't all the party members go together to the lands and then...
Ah, yes, because you created the shop, the Spezi.
Yeah.
Yes. As you're offering to some of the men to join the dice game, of course, you're kind of like becomes the 8th person there at the table, and you're throwing a couple of dice before Olaf is kind of like looking around and noticing a new player at the table, and this is where he recognizes you. Oh! Master Bandavax! What a surprise! The Power Rangers are back! Or,
Of course.
why are
Never
you
done for a long
alone?
time.
He looks around.
Oh, just for now. You know, the Master Sass should also be around rather soon. But you know, we're
Well-
the Power Rangers. We move as one, even though you only see one of our faces. How have things been? I heard it was an extraordinary rich year. Great yield.
Yes, the yield this year is outstanding, I must say. We've been blessed with the good weather. And now as the ports in Denver and Bay are opened, now finally we can move some of our production away. And, well, those people across the seas, they're thirsty for what we do. So we can have extra yield, extra money. Good times.
That makes me happy to hear that. It's been a while since we've been checking in on the lands. Happy to see the flourishing. Of course, here to collect our share of the yields of the lands, but also bring me up to date. I heard you were considering certain options to expand the local business.
Naturally, Master Bandovax, as he is stepping down from this improvised podium/table and kind of walking away with you. Let's go to my working cabinet. As he's stepping out of the tavern, you're passing a couple of the streets before you're entering one-story kind of circular building. This is where he resides as the quartermaster. He lightens a couple of the candles and then tells you, here are the bookkeepings if you are interested. And he's like bringing like a Grossbuch for you and like drops it on the table if you would like to verify anything. But then he looks at the book, checks the dates. This. And then he takes one of the keys and opens a big safe, which is mounted into the wall. You realize that this safe probably is secure not because of its lock system, but by its sheer weight. It's just big iron box.
I see.
Yep,
Maybe
as he
Polo has an idea of how to improve the lock on that.
naturally, those who know how to break in also know how to make it harder to break in. Just like you advised in the embassy. He gives you the pouch with the gold, where there is a collection of what the earnings for the past months.
Okay, Paul wants to count those, and also he actually wants to take a look in the book. and check the finances as well he can, and if possible he would make some notes.
Well, you can add 2,000 gold to your inventory. As this is the earnings for the month. And as you're diving deeper in the book, we're going back to Rave. Back to Denver. As you are standing together with Farvald, who's seemingly checking the armory and planning to sell stuff, is there something that you would like to specifically look for? Anything for the purchase?
I have a few items. I think that my computer is right now really loud. I might have to restart it.
No, I don't hear any
You don't hear
problems.
it? Oh, it's really bad.
Oh.
So, if you don't hear it,
No, we don't really hear it. It's fine.
Not yet, at least.
okay. I'll send you like. Okay, first I want to ask again how much the rare healing potion cost, because it's always something different.
Well, so correct me if I'm wrong. The simplest one was costing 100, right? You were crafting them. Come
But
on.
Those ones, yeah, those ones I can do, but I need to keep some greater ones because they're very important.
The gold was 450.
So let me tell you. So you're interested in greater, which is 4d4 plus 4. I think those were 250.
Deflation.
150. Okay, I'll buy 3 of those.
Yep, easy.
And I wanted to ask if I can also buy either, or if I don't know, depends on the price, of other potions, like the oil of etherealness or the oil of sharpness.
So oil of sharpness and oil of etherealness. Didn't you use it for some kind of bomb before?
I don't know. I mean, if we did that, I didn't do it myself. It's not part of my.
Well, oil of sharpness would be quite an exquisite potion to have due to its very rarity. So, oh, that's a cool potion. I think you can get one with a discount. Please roll me for the persuasion. Let's see how much discount you get.
With persuasion, I get discount. Okay. 20.
Natural?
No.
Usual.
I have
Okay.
very high persuasion.
Well, the seller, the dude, the clerk that was coming to you definitely took an interest at you. He was looking at, basically staring at you all this time. And the moment you kind of called him in, he was very willing to come and kind of, offer and show the places. And as he is describing you all the content of Oil of Sharpness, well, for you, my lady, only today, only now, this potion, in spite of its very rareness, I could give for 3,500.
No way, really.
Just imagine
No, I won't.
how useful it is for such a brave party members as you are probably having. From which adventure? Are you an adventure party guild member or not?
Yes, we're almost up here. And are you really offering me the discount we are actually always have the right to have?
Well, if you're members of Adventurers Guild, then it's 3,000 naturally.
Mm-hmm. Would I know if he is actually being fair with the price?
Well, if Paula would ask me, I would allow him to roll. But for you, Rafe, you can try to roll me inside, but this is unlikely that you succeed. Of the oils.
Can you do like both for 4K?
Well, your persuasion roll of 20. We can go with that, yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna buy then those two for 4K and 2 greater healing potions. Then which is
Absolutely.
like 500 more, so 4.5, right?
Yes, are you selling your pearls?
Yeah, one of them.
Okay, then add
The other one I
5k.
wanted to look for someone that might do like accessories or something out of it.
That's smart. So he add 5k back for the pearl. For each pearl you're selling.
So 5K for
Yes.
a pearl.
Yes.
Okay, meaning that I can then choose. Then I just how do I do this? Just 1K more basically because I'm gonna pay.
Yes. Yes.
No, actually 500. Actually, right?
Well, oh my lord, I just got a big private message from Sas.
Does he have also a shopping list? No.
Of course, all the goods we
you're
export from
poor.
our village. All the church drinklets that were generated and yeah. Of course, we produced a lot of good gold, like 50,000 gold of worth of products.
Yeah, right.
So Rafe, as you are getting this, the items, we're quickly jumping to Sas.
Right.
As you are describing him your full list, he of course is kind of in shock with the amount of information you're presenting. So he's quickly opening the second bottle.
Yes, we'll keep drinking. That's totally fine.
And the first words he is actually saying to you back when he's half the second bottle in. Not bad. Not bad. But as you're starting to describe him that you want to organize the shrine for the deep, this is where he is kind of like looking at you like, what the hell? You want to make a shrine for a different deity inside of our Aidenov temple? Are you out of your mind?
It's a collaboration, you know, like celebrity, they collaborate on the projects. So we as we are a super small church yet, we need support of as many friends as possible. And I think Church of the Deep would be, of course it's going to be a small shrine. It's not going to be a full-fledged church, but we may get all the benefits, you know, and support even by having a small shrine. So let's say it's going to be the first ever representative of the Church on the Deep on this continent, on the land. Don't you think it's, you know, will help us in our growing in our church, our main church?
Well, it's certainly some of the contracts when they are on the overseas. Sometimes it's hard to get there, and having some help.
I'm not gonna invite the priest. We're never gonna have a priest. It's just gonna be a shrine. Let's say for me, my personal shrine. That's just my wish. We're not gonna accept any, you know, people to come over. It's just gonna be my personal, very, very private and securely, safely guarded shrine.
I don't know what Idianov would say about that.
Don't worry about it.
Well, It's your head.
Exactly, brother Marcus. The less you know, the better you sleep. You are the headmaster of the church. And you're, making use of those gold coins for the greater good of the church.
Okay.
And let me handle the IDNF part.
As you
And
say.
the Church of the Deep Fist. The shrine.
Okay. So, yes. Other than that, I don't think he has any other problems with the list you provided.
Yeah, just enjoy the life in the village. There's a tavern. There's a place to stay. But
Yes,
we
he
will
is
need
especially
the helicopter
excited
pad.
with Dr. Ravage and that order. He said that would be the most expensive, probably, from...
Of course. Those things, I always need those, pesky money coins. But
Yeah, the wizards, they always cost a lot, whether alive or dead.
You see those jewels, those easy come, easy go. So no problem. As soon as we establish the trade with Kirinel and the Triton tribes, everything will be good, Because the Kirinel, they're like from the
Is
forest.
there
and
anyone
Tritons are from the
specific
water.
I should address there on the side of Tritons?
Yes, the Redlock family. There is his name is.
Well, do you remember the family name? That's already makes
Redlock.
DM happy.
Tiana van Redlock and Toman van Redlock.
Because
Correct.
I was always
But-
preparing for this time.
The horn has a small label, like a Redlock.
Yes.
So,
It's red, yes.
yes, so
Cool. Yeah, so other than that, he is taking your orders, no problem. And
I will also send in some crew members from the Flying Sausage. They are to be flying soon, but they will help you to establish the sea route. So they will come from Denver soon. I'm sure we don't have any sea, experienced people, but they will come.
that's smart on your side. Interesting opportunities.
Yes. We will be making money soon.
Well, Polo. Is Polo here? Polo is
lost
still
all the
reading the
money.
Grossbuch. Polo is reading the Grossbuch. Yes, then we are back to Rafe. Is there anything Rafe would like to get more?
I wanted to ask just for the price if they have the cloak of protection.
I have one I can sell to you.
How much?
I don't know, like 2K or so.
Okay, how much is it in the shop?
Well, let me consult the price list.
Consult.
So everything that's +1 is for armor is 3k.
Might negotiate it then with Seth. Yeah, okay. Like a normal
Okay.
one without any weird stuff.
Yeah, just
yes?
the cloak of protection, basic 1 +1, right? Correct?
Yes.
No, that's it then in the shop. I guess we can just. I could just go to the embassy.
Well, as you are finishing the trading, you realize that the worker of the clerk, he is bringing you to like a more like reserved part of the shop where some exquisite items are stored, seeing that you are actually having money and you are planning to spend them. So he wants to show you a couple of extra items that he says would be on a display next day and the day after, and maybe you have a sneak peek at those.
Explosively, yes.
So
You get like a dynamite, all of that stuff.
You can buy some
Dynamite is the
dynamite.
answer.
Yeah, because it's always fun to have. Wait, do I
Of
have
course,
still
it's-
some? No, I don't have any. Yeah, I need to get more. How much was the one stick? I can still get it in this shop, right?
Yeah, you can still get it in the shop. It's not banned yet.
The sperm whales are banned, but not the dynamite.
No, sperm whales are fun. Well, I think it's 100 per stick.
What's
So much?
25? The fuck?
It's just what it is. I need to look for like. Can't be. Let's check.
Buy me a bag of holding.
You have a
Or
bag of holding.
immovable rod. Or some kind of a dimension artifact.
Rafe, the clerk is showing you the gloves, which are like very nice, intricately sewn and looking as if they're made for a very delicate work. And the effect of this item I'm posting in the Maps and Lore channel for you.
Okay. He also shares the price with me, right?
Well, this one is an unusual one, as it basically from a heavy usage in one of the military hospitals, it has acquired its effects, as many people have been healed by the hands that were wearing those. So it's naturally born artifact per se. And the price for it would start at 3,500. The beats for it.
Okay. Sounds interesting. I mean, I show like my interest phase. Like, what else can you show?
Well, he proceeds to next shelf. And he's showing you the mace. And the mace looks as if it has some necrotic effects all over it. It's a bit rusty, but you feel like you don't want to touch the heavy part with your open palm. And this is what it does. Sending it in the Maps and Lore. Wait, it's the wrong chat.
Send it to someone else. Does he look like this is a very powerful item according to him? Like giving the
Yes. So this one is on the same level of power as the crossbow. on the display.
So 30k.
Yes. What does Farwell think about this? Farwell?
He's
You muted.
Yeah, I couldn't find the tab. Howard is thinking and researching about this maze, especially the Compel Duel spell, which he doesn't know yet. He has to think a bit about it.
Is there something like credits in this world?
So a Compel Duel is a bonus action spell. It's a concentration. You compel a creature into a duel. A creature must make a wisdom save. On failed, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine demand. For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you, and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to space that is more than 30 feet away from you.
Sounds like something a tank should wield. Howard is not a tank.
Yes. Yeah, it's a like aggro kind of item. But
But
it's
it also says the description starts with when you hit with a divine smite.
yes.
No one has
Divine
that.
Smite is a prerogative of paladins in D&D.
Okay. Sad.
Wait, let me refresh the page. Moment. So yes, it would be partially useful. Yes, as Divine Smite, none of you is a paladin. But other than that, it's a very powerful item. Just as the crossbow, which is lying there on the display today.
How much was the base?
30k.
30,000.
Oh, no. Nice weapons, but it is not worth it.
Well, Rafe, he is showing you one more item that would be on the display very soon. And it looks like somewhat like a leather armor that Polo is wearing. But there seem to be some runes intricated on the collar place. And it's quite noticeable now. And as you're looking from another angle, the runes disappear as the angle of a light shifts. And the effect of this armor, I'm posting the maps and lore. Please, Polo, don't fall off chair. Osas.
What? How much?
Well, the price bid starts with 38,000.
Wow. I mean, not even if I take the money from both characters together, can I afford half of the item, so...
Well, your party is there to give you a hand, right? Sometimes. I'll throw a knife at you.
Crowdfunding.
I mean, didn't you just sell a lot of items? Didn't you get at least like 20k for them?
I think Fallout is still, like, negotiating.
Well, you've heard... Okay, no metagaming here. By the way, thanks everybody who joined us, as the party have just found themselves in a mess of shopping. partially. Rafe, is there any type of item that you're looking specifically for yourself, maybe? Like for sorcerer? Because currently he's showing you the best what they have, so it's not really specifically for you.
Yeah. I mean, just had the question about like, once you use these gauntlets once, are they gone or like do they recharge? Or how does it work?
For about the death saving throws?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the effect is there forever.
I mean,
You can
always,
operate.
like, imagine that you have like other party members, they're all like really bad fail saving throws, and
Yes.
you can say, I'm gonna use it on you, and then next round on you. And
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You would become a
And
great
it requires
surgeon.
attunement as usual, right?
Well, no, this one wouldn't require attunement, but it would just require your action.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's cool. What's the minimum price I can get for it?
Minimum price? I was saying it was
Mhm.
starting from 3,000.
From 3,000. Okay. Maybe I'll get them. Yeah, I'll get them.
Yeah?
Hmm.
So the gloves for the removing of the death saving throws effect.
In theory, if the gloves, like if someone else could take them from me, they could also use them, right?
Well, needs to be a pair worn on hands, yes.
Yeah. But they know where it is, and I happen to be down.
Yes,
They
yeah.
also-
The effect
Yes.
is public if you share it.
Okay. Yeah, could be interesting. Yeah, I'll just use those two.
So yeah, the only thing is basically you only just need to be nearby from the target and use your action. That's all.
Yeah.
So it doesn't just, when it has 3 death saving throws failed, it's death. So it doesn't remove death, but if you have 2, it removes both of them.
Yeah.
Cool. Then for the next time, I will add this item in your inventory. Please mark off 3k.
Yeah, I already did use them. Yeah.
Very good. I also make a marking that you bought them. Very good. So anything you're
Yeah,
looking
and-
for sorceress?
No, nothing that great. I was looking for some stuff specifically, but I couldn't find anything. Maybe I'll ask for something like that. Can I ask like the cleric for something that does something, even if I don't know what it is? If there is something that might have those properties?
Of course, you can always just describe what you're looking for and the assistants are trying to bring.
I would like to ask him if he would have like any items that would decrease the bludgeoning or this slashing damage received. Because yeah, it's the thing that kills, like, that is worse for me. Like, if I receive it, then I'm kind of gone within a few shots. Yeah.
Yes, so he tells you that it's very often quite a few of the mercenaries are buying the amulets against a specific type of damage. So it makes you resistant to slashing, but makes you vulnerable to bludgeoning, for example.
It always has.
So those
Plus
are
minus.
usually the most oftenly bought and used, and quite easy to find. If you're looking for those, you can check. But if you're looking for something that only gives the positives, well, that's would be expensive. And the pricing for them would be 15,000 at least.
It's out of the budget because yeah, there's something additional. And how much would be like for one of those amulets that, for example, would protect me from bludgeoning damage but vulnerable to slashing damage?
Those one would be at 4k.
Okay. Are you sure? It's not cheaper than that.
Well, they say sometimes they get so excited about the benefits that they rush into the heat of the battle, forgetting forgetting what they need to be aware of. Becoming kind of a barbarians, but dead ones. Well, it's a gamble, you know, so...
Yeah. What
So let's
about-
say basic piercing is good against the archers, you know, all the ranged attacks are mostly piercing. The daggers are also all piercing damage against like sneak attacks or rogues. Yeah, that's a piercing. Slashing is everything about cutting, swords, axes.
Yeah, that one I don't want to get protection for right now. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so might be the other two.
So, and bludgeoning is usually something that requires weight, you know. So heavy, like a mace would be a bludgeoning damage. A heavy club. Cold damage also counts as bludgeoning, so
Which one?
fall damage if you're falling from
Ah.
somewhere.
No, I have other people that protect me from those, yes.
Yeah, so you can easily get those.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna get one of those amulets.
Against what and for what?
Do you remember
While you
last
decide
time?
on combination, I will jump to Sus.
Mm.
Sus. Muted.
Hello.
Yeah, very good, very good. So as you're finishing giving the orders, you are stepping together with brother Marcus outside to the street, and you can see how Polo is entering one of the buildings together with Olaf. Yeah, he's quite late. You managed already to do most of the stuff as he arrives.
I will sneak attack Polo when he comes out. And try to steal his gold.
He's
But you
okay.
can't, because Polo
Why?
cannot be. Polo cannot
Well, you don't
be
know. We will
surprised.
see. We'll see that. I want this to be played out. So Sas takes a ambush by the entrance, and brother
Yes.
Marcus is kind of going back to the remaining 6 bottles of the best Antivian wine that you brought to him from Denver. Polo, as you've been reading this Grossbuch, Olaf is of course surprised that you're spending so much time checking for the numbers. But over there, you're basically seeing the connections to whom and what kind of materials, supplies have been sold or bought recently for the ordered constructions. And as you generally can see, the recent improvements of trade have also boosted the amount of orders and the speed of development of the settlement. Of course,
Okay.
they will always be happy if you would like to, per se, donate and increase the stall, like a spetty that you build there by the tavern, into something bigger. But yeah, that would require something more than just.
How much investment do they need? How much funding do they need?
Well, there is no limit in that. How much you can afford.
Then maybe from the 2k he gave me, I gave him 10%, 200, instead of taking it.
Well, subsidy.
I mean, for now it's okay. Porto would feel bad about just leaving the whole 2k there when it's party money, but 10% should be fine.
Okay. Yeah, you leave that. He seems to be at first in disbelief looking at you, but after that he is, well, Master Bandovax. That's very generous of you. And yeah, this will go for good use.
Make sure to document everything. I'll come back and be interested in how much profit you can make out of this installment.
Well, the task wasn't about profit. I thought you are just helping the settlement to grow.
Yes, to grow in order to be more prosperous.
Well, we'll see about that. Of course, we need more time. Have you seen that like crazy temple that they're erecting, just on the back of a settlement? Looks
Not yet,
very
not
shady
yet.
to me.
What
But
type
they-
of temple? What is that? What deity is it for?
Well, I didn't really dare to ask. They're all walking there in the hoods and even performing all the constructions on their own, sometimes even in the dark. Of course, I asked them once just not to bother us, so they complied for a couple of days. Then they were back at constructing. And then at some moment they just disappeared. And there was no one there.
So no, there's no one building the temple anymore?
I mean, now I've seen only one figure walking around the premises, but it's definitely less than before.
Did they leave a long time ago? Is it expected
Well,
them
I
to
must
come
say a couple of days probably, yes. They're not reporting anything to me. You might just ask the other guy.
back? So
but they're
I
also
assume,
not-
right. It's on Master Sass's lands.
Yes, you're right.
Then that should be alright, as long as they don't interfere with anything. That's okay.
Well, that probably would be it.
Alright. Good. We'll keep in touch.
Yes. As you opening the door to leave outside the street,
I want
Polo.
to make a remark.
tell me,
Carrying an item.
Paula, tell me, what kind of vibrations are you getting from your rapier?
I mean, that depends. So what does it say? It's a rapier warning.
I know what it does, so tell me what kind of
Am I in
tingling it
danger?
gives to you.
Oh, it starts also glimmering, like there's like a sort of gleam that comes from it, you know?
Like Lord of the Rings gleaming of orcs?
What is that Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Bandovax.
Lord of the
but
Band.
yes.
Okay.
But yes, like it would, feel a bit unsteady and move slightly on its own account. Like not too much, not erratically, but Polo would always notice that. Like he would also wake up out of deep sleep if the rapier notifies him.
Yes. And just as you're about to leave and make your second step outside of the door, this is exactly what happened with the rapier.
Well, not before that? Doesn't it give a warning up front?
Well, it happens so that you're not surprised. That means you're not losing your turn, but the action still happens. So, Sas, please roll me an attack.
Yeah. Attack. 18.
18 what? Is it
Polo, does
unarmed?
18 hit?
No.
Well, you notice how masterfully Polo is making a sidestep, and your jab, Sas, is missing Polo away.
Just,
Polo,
Paula, it's you. Sorry, I didn't recognize. I thought it's some kind of a thief.
Paulo wants to look like firmly into Sas's eyes and face and understand if she's speaking the truth.
Roll for insight. Sas, roll for deception.
It's a crit, actually, a natural, so it's a 33.
You know what Sas ate today in the morning, yes. You can
10,
see
it's 10.
right through him, yes. Well, there was some kind of intent behind this, but you're not sure whether he was testing your battle capabilities or just wanted to make a joke or laugh at you.
So what did he actually try to do? He attacked me with what?
Just his majestic fist.
Okay, well, in his case that means with a real weapon.
Unarmed attack. Unarmed swing.
Karate chop on your back.
He's a fucking monk, that's all you need.
Well,
Yes.
your rapier is in your hand, so you're ready to retaliate to do anything you want. But he's already saying, oh, recognizing that it's you. Open. What you doing, Paul?
Polo, it's you. Sorry, I had a few bottles of wine. You know, this church of mine, they really make a good winery there, you know. But you should visit it, you know, at some point.
Paulo would understand if this is a lie, because he just rolled a crit on insight.
Yes.
Not a lot, I had a wine there.
Was it a lie though? I don't know.
Well, it smells of a wine a bit from Sas, but not like he was drinking it.
Okay.
Brother Marcos, we haven't seen each other for a while, so we had a little bit of a chat in the church. You know, he's the great guy. You know, if you need any
Sounds like
advice
a
on the
partial
religion,
truce.
you know. What's up, Paulo? Stop looking at me like this.
Okay, so Paulo uses bonus action,
Bonus action.
cunning action to disengage, but not so far. He wants to stay within reach.
Reach of
the
what?
reach of the blunderbuss, which he is taking out and holding it point blank into Sas's face. Because he,
Okay, there's a
I can-
boomstick in your hand, yes.
Sas, I can tell that you're lying, and I don't appreciate that. And that hit might have as well.
That's why I never liked you. That you know too much, Paulo. You know, you see through the people too much. Okay, you're no longer welcome in my church with this
In your
boomstick
church.
of yours.
I would step lightly. You keep way too many secrets from the party.
What secrets?
That was
It's
an
a
open.
church.
There was an open attack in the dark. Next time I'll shoot your face.
It's just. I mean, you know this thing is not gonna do anything to me. Come on, Paulo, let's go in and drink. We can also go to the church. I'll invite you for now, just as an excuse, to meet Brother Marcus.
Well, Paulo lowers the blunderbuss, says nothing, and disengages into the darkness.
Paulo, you know. Okay, I'm gonna go in the tavern and drink and eat and rest. And bother the mayor a bit, but I don't need any gold.
So this is how the evening is being spent by Paulo and Sas there. Ray Farwell, you're done with shopping, correct?
I mean, at the end, I didn't get the amulet because I needed to think about the resistance I wanted.
Yes. Did you select?
I want piercing.
Write me down the combination plus and
Okay,
minus.
it's just 1/1, right? It's not that I get just 1 resistance and 2 vulnerabilities, right?
No.
Okay.
Yes, and I will add it as an item for the next game. Okay.
And how much was it? 3.k?
4K.
Okay.
Yeah, the shopkeep gives you an amulet looking like a star, which you can tie to your wrist.
Thank you for all of your help today. Yes.
Okay, so that's against piercing slash slashing. Slash.
Maybe
Well,
the tank now? What is going on? Jeez.
well,
No,
no, I
just
would
the-
say that in case Sas decides to decapitate her, he probably can do it one shot.
Like she's actually buying potions. What the hell?
Well, she is into potion making, so that's quite good. Okay, well, as this time would be over, Raven Farwell would be returning to the embassy. And this is where, as you're entering the embassy, of course, Gaki is very happy to see you both back. And she's taking Farwell away immediately and trying to figure out all the where he was been, what did you do, how did it go, what did he see, you know, why does he smell like sea, and all kinds of questions to that.
Okay.
As Jackson coming to the main room,
Can I just ask, like, did Farwell manage to sell all the stuff he wrote, also the updated stuff, and did he manage to
updated.
Yeah, and also did he manage to negotiate the price as intended?
So this is the price for the sword. And it has 0 charges now, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So this is the price for the sword. You can roll for me persuasion.
Oh, okay. Can you see it in the roads channel?
Well, I do.
But okay, then adding 15% to the sword. Okay, good. Still taking the deal.
Well, back in the embassy, as Farwell is disappearing on the second floor. Yes, Jackson is stepping out. And Rafe, you can see a letter in his hands.
Okay.
And as he's giving you the letter, and you see that it's sealed with a crest that is very familiar to you. And this crest is marked with a Adventurers Guild.
Okay. Like to me directly.
Oh, he gives the letter to you. And let's go on a short pause of 5-7 minutes. And then we'll continue second part. back live as we're waiting the players to come back. Thanks for everybody who joined, who watches it live or will watch it somewhere in future. Thanks for joining as we're halfway through our episode number 135. Have any questions about the campaign, chat, D&D in general, just write it and I will answer to you. And the players as well. Okay, Polo is back. Rafe is back. Only Sus is being sus. We cannot see him. Okay. Rafe, we ended before the pause on the moment as you are getting the letter in the hands from Jackson. Wait, let me do something. And all those who are looking to show their might in Denver, as there has been a raid conducted by Drow to the north of the capital, and they have intercepted an important convoy coming from the High Lakes. This cave they came from, that leads to the Underdark, has been discovered, and the raid that's been gathered up wants to explore deeper into the Underdark, hoping to retrieve cargo back, as well as those that were turned to slavery by the Drow. Hopefully survivors are still there, and the sooner the raid would start, the better it is. So it's basically an invitation for you, since you have reached the... Which rank are you in the Adventurers Guild as of now?
Silver, I think.
At least silver, yes. So this invitation is only for those that have silver rank and higher. They say that the meeting place, you need to come fully prepared and geared up to the Adventurers Guild within the next 2 days. And this is when the whole raid would depart.
I mean, we can all read that, right? So.
Well, it's only you, Rafe, who read this invitation. As Jackson stands on the side, he sees it from distance. That it's from Adventurers Guild, and... Well, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I started reading and I realized that it's something that can be shared with the party, so... Is everyone there already?
Well, no, it's only Farwell upstairs.
Well, I go look for Farwell if he's not very busy. And I share the news or the invite with him, yeah.
Yeah, of course, the door was still open, they're just still talking. She's asking questions, Farwell is hardly able to even answer anything. And as you interrupt, the gazes are at you. You tell them quickly the contents of the letter. And Farwell, what would you say?
Oh, sounds interesting. Let's maybe discuss in the group later if we have time for that. I'll come back to you.
Drow? You wanna go again there? And you notice there is a reasonable expression of fear on Gaki's face.
We're stronger. It's not like before, right? So...
A few weeks later.
A few weeks later in the slave caravan.
Yes. They said it was 20-minute, quest.
It was one shot, they said, yes?
200 episodes. Get it out of slavery.
Well, Rafe is definitely not Rafe, Gaki. She definitely has some trauma from her experience, and she would spend the rest of the evening telling Farvel not to go anywhere, especially when it comes to draw.
Wow.
I mean, Farwell remembers quite well what it was like to be a slave, so I guess he has an open ear for her concerns. Which is a point. But
We'll talk to the rest.
let's see for now.
Mhm.
Well, and we're jumping back to Sas and Polo, who are spending the rest of the night. You can mark a long rest again on the premises of the settlement. And well, I guess that was concluding your business on the settlement, as you would be heading to your meeting point in Denver with Rafe, as you agreed.
Do the shopping, yes.
Well, you were drinking quite a lot in the company of Marcus. But the rest
I
of
would
the
leave
relation,
but separately. I would leave separately, to the Denver, and I would go to the meeting point, to the embassy. But can I jump to the shopping, or is already closed, sold out?
of course, you can definitely jump to the shopping if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna just send you stuff, and you can tell me just if there's something exists or not. We can
Tell me how do your finances look like?
Doesn't matter how they look like. Come on.
Doesn't matter.
I have a credit line open with Deutsche Duke Bank. You know.
Kaiser Duke, yes. Bank.
Denver, Bank of Denver.
It looks like the only person with money among all of you. Okay, you all
Discretion,
fairly
please.
have some money, yes.
I have
Sas has
equity.
money.
I have
What?
immobilian. What do you mean? I have
Did he
people.
steal money?
Well, not yet. Well, yes, okay, you depart separately. Polo, you're not able to find Sas anywhere in the vicinity of the settlement, and you know the time is running out, and you promised to meet everybody in Denver, so you head out on your own. And it will be trouble for you, as there are frequent trade caravans going all the way to Denver. So during the day, finding somebody to join to, and also easing the strain on your own legs, it's fairly easy, especially since you know how the transportation of legal and illegal goods work. So, Sas, you are less
Polo keeps an
sociable.
eye out. Polo keeps
Than
an
that.
eye out since he's on his own traveling. He was attacked in the dark from what he expected to be an ally. So Polo's vigilant. He's giving
Yes.
himself the vigilant blessing, touching his left shoulder.
Yes, every hour, yes?
No, only it doesn't run out. There's
You
no
have to do it
expiry date
once. Okay, that's fine.
Mhm.
Well, did you send me the list, Sas?
Yes,
Did
I
you
did.
hear any ringing from my side? No? Okay. I see what you did, Sas. You have a
What do
list
you
of
mean?
items, and then suddenly there's immovable rod among them.
Of course there is that. It will always be on the shopping list.
It's a legendary item. Now at this point. So if any of this is in a shop, I will ask them to bring it to the embassy, and I will deal with the payments later. Whatever, doesn't matter. Just put it on my name. Put it on the embassy name. I don't know. Who cares? If they want to sell it, bring it to the embassy. I don't have time to be around shops. I have a meeting in 10 minutes.
Busy man.
You don't have high charisma, you shouldn't do.
Duke is waiting for me. Oh, I have to go. Just send the
you,
items.
you,
there.
you run out. Yes, we will deal with that in post game. As you're running out of the shop, running to the meeting point, well, it's way afternoon of the next day. As Sas is running into the Denver, checking the first shop, shouting orders, and then going to the meeting spot where he finds Rafe and Farvelt already strolling by one of the streets towards the meeting point. Polo, you are in the ambush also. You all meet up on the meeting point. No problem. But of course you are noticeably... You're more observant to Saz than before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Rafe? Farvel says, we got a letter that I think you should be all informed about.
Reading out loud. No. Yes.
What do you think?
No. It's a no from Sas.
Why not? You like
Why
adventure?
yes? No.
Helping. Oh, you like helping everyone. You like showing your
No.
skills. How strong
Unless
you are.
it's a Church of
You
the
like-
Deep, but I don't think so. No.
Well, depends how deep you
Really?
go in the Underdark. You definitely can find some church in there.
I would vote
Whatever.
against. I mean, we're just gonna save some, shopping caravan of apples and strawberries, and like 3 guys that were, escorting it.
For the rank, right?
So they really said that this is a mission to receive a final legendary platinum rank to save.
Oh, it's
People from
not.
the
It's
Underdark.
an invitation to those that qualify for it. So it's not obligatory, but
It's a marketing campaign. They just sending it to everyone. Come on, Rave. We don't have time for this. Polo, Robert,
To do that,
talk to
Sas,
some sense to
talking
her.
To you.
Gaki is
What's
really
that?
afraid, says Farvald.
Polo is down to it because it sounds lucrative, but Polo also wants to remind the party that there are still this pirate treasure, which might be even more lucrative to spend time on. But
It's really far.
yeah.
For now, we're not going that direction. For some other reason, we came here, right? So maybe let's do what we had to do in Denver first.
Yeah, I've heard Gaki all night begging me not to go.
Could it be
Yeah.
that those caves go so deep that if we go through the center of the earth, we go on the other side of the continent and we end up in those caves?
I heard you might fall
Analyze
out
them.
if you go
Yes.
deep enough.
If that's the case, I'm then voting yes. But someone needs to confirm it from a scientific perspective.
It's the best on like reading maps and understanding.
Actually, sus.
Oh,
No, only the land maps, not underground cave maps.
Well, you have the artifact that allows you to figure out the directions, right?
Yeah, but it's a direction on a flat surface, but not if we're going deep.
Guys, one thing, I think I have to end earlier than expected,
Mhm.
so I have like 15 to 20 minutes left. Sorry for that, but need to end early.
Okay, but why did we come to Denver in the first place? Remember? Ask
Helena.
Farvald.
yeah. What?
Wanted to talk to
Yeah,
Helena.
yeah.
We had an idea.
Are we heading there now?
Yeah, we should
Remember enough
definitely
of the
follow
idea
up
to
with
talk
her.
about it?
Actually, Farwa wanted to talk first, right?
Right, Forward was in favor of this whole idea. But we had fractured memories.
But maybe we should all like go. You can talk. but we can still be there in case something weird happens.
So you wanted to meet with Helena in the temple of the Anachron because you are both from the same cult, and this is kind of be considered, a trusted environment. Or we
At a
can do it
place
through
of-
the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
That was 2 options.
How exactly did you want to do it through the Adventurers Guild, though?
So we asked Helena to put up official order through the Adventurers Guild for the seeking any information on Duvalier, and that way we got the mission from Adventurers Guild, we got Helena, and we got, independently involved in this. Or we can just directly approach Helena and tell her everything. So either we tell her everything, either we just tell her that we are willing to do more research, and we'll come back to her after we will do some research. Kind of accepting her mission.
But if
But
we
we
tell
just
her
wanted to
everything,
give her the soul, and she wanted to just deal with it.
Then just go to the Anachron Temple and just tell her everything. Yeah.
okay. But do we tell her also how we got the soul in the first place?
I mean, she knows a lot of it already, right? About the Order of the True Knight and about the soul harvesting, and she basically knows everything. She also knows that Bob is. Did she know that Bob is working with the Equalizer?
I don't think so. So the thing is, you might be putting Bob in danger because he basically abducted the soul, right?
It was not what it was. Evil captain, pirate captain, that crashed with the ship. He was also a great wizard. At the same time.
Yeah, you're gonna manipulate that.
How many great wizards are there?
Only one. The ship
Only
captain
one.
has
Was the
died.
captain?
But the captain is a bad one, right? Like a mean one. The other one
Just
is
blame everything on the captain. If she researches, she will find something on his name. Okay, but you do the talk.
Okay.
But, I mean, we need to put the blame on someone in a way that she might believe it, right? She's very smart.
I mean, if we tell her
not
about this
exactly a
captain,
pirate.
she's gonna find the captain most likely.
Yeah, we
Don't you
can do
understand?
blame a lot of stuff on the captain because we can say that he had all the knowledge about whatever was happening there, and he didn't want to share any of that with us. Like,
But what if she
he knew what
finds
the
him
cargo was and
and
where
learns
he
the
was
truth?
going.
But what if
I mean-
she finds him and learns the truth?
We were not transporting it ourselves.
There is no
right?
truth.
Okay, so we lied to her now. Alright.
I mean, we were still trying to help. We just killed people because this was all for the Equalizer. We were trying to prevent this huge thing. It was not. Yeah. But we just need to find an explanation for the soul without involving Bob too much.
That's the tough part, isn't it?
Yes. We can always say that he's still charmed or something.
Well, it's up to you.
I mean, it's not that they were
Sergei.
like friends, right?
Yeah, but Sergey, how do you feel about this? Because in the end, Bob might be, like Helena might lead everything back to Bob, and I'm not sure if that's good for him.
If she wants to die, she can dig her own grave by asking more questions. That's Sansa's perspective. It's up to her if she starts digging for Bob or doing some kind of, trying to capture him. I'm suggesting not to show up the Bob's name.
Okay,
Just whatever.
Okay,
Come up with any
found it
random name,
in-
magical wizard, or
in-
just blame it on the captain.
Yeah, and we found out that someone was trying to put my name on it, trying to blame me with some love letters. We just found that, right? And then somehow we ended up in the pirate ship.
But if we bring up this other stuff, then that means we were at Woody's mansion. Because That's where we learned it, right?
I mean, she doesn't
Well-
need to know all of that. She just needs to find a way to try to be forgiven, which is like she had the soul. For now, she doesn't really care so much about the equalizer because the equalizer is not the cause of her death. The
Okay.
cause is really Bob. But yeah.
Does someone else want to do the talking?
No. You do it. Come up with champions of the Anachron forever together. I don't know.
She's not stupid. She will just ask questions and then I'll be like, I don't know.
But the thing is
Random.
that we were not really working for her, right? We are giving her information and we can tell her what she needs to know.
Yeah, ask the payment up front. She wants to know something, she pay us, on the spot. We're like,
Pay us
we know
much.
something.
She's broke. She's broke.
Yes.
Well, can't help you then. Why are we helping her if she's broke?
Just want a powerful friend. And we want to
She's
reinstate
not
the
powerful,
balance.
she's broke.
If she's reinstated, that's why we give her the soul. Plus that we don't have to deal with the soul anymore.
Yes. The soul is like
Just talk to her. Just Helena, get over here. Anachron told me they told you something. That's it. No more questions asked.
Okay, Power can do the talking. But
Just
logistically
say
speaking,
Anachron enlightened you. No.
told
logistically
you that you
speaking,
shouldn't reveal a lot of things.
logistically
even in the
speaking, though, maybe not today, maybe next session. Because there's not so much time for today's session for Forward. But Forward can do
Unless
the
somebody
talking.
else is doing the talking.
Right, do
If
it.
someone else wants to do the talking.
No. I will not talk to her.
I mean,
Come on.
someone else could do the talking for Forward, like act in the character, with the Anachron Temple thing, and I mean, he's the best contact person to Helena, right? I'm just saying, you guys can do the talking with Forward.
Quark can do the talking. No. Fuck, I don't know. Rave, do it.
We can always wait until next
Well,
time.
you can always tell everything to Jackson.
Oh, Jackson should have a nice life.
Jackson's a Sandkeeper for sure.
Rave, she's not gonna do anything to you. You're the princess of a foreign kingdom, so consider it a diplomatic relationship improvement, from your step.
Yeah, there is just
Your
this big
independent
hole between
research-
finding the soul and
So you had independently funded research from your Tiefling Kingdom Department of Justice, and this is your discoveries, and you want to share it to improve diplomatic relationships. Come on, she's not gonna do anything to you.
I don't really care about diplomatic stuff. It's only to get rid of this soul and get something for it.
Then just give it to her and walk away.
No, but I don't know what you want. Like, what is a good reward for it?
You want me to talk? I can talk. From the behalf of the Church of the Deep.
God,
church.
you're a heretic. Yeah.
Are you changing the church, Seth?
Well, comes from the bottom of the sea, this magical bottle of soul.
Well, you've been too deep, it seems.
Exactly. We've been deep to get it, so... I'm just suggesting Rafe has a good charisma. If she rolls, then she rolls good.
She also has a good charisma.
What?
And a
No,
good
I have minus
insight
one.
and good everything.
Helena? Helena has very good
Yes.
charisma, yes.
She's a political figure.
You know how the D&D
This is
talking
metagaming charisma, huh?
works? You say, like, did you kill the guard? You're like, no, roll 20. Okay, you didn't kill the guard. That's it. Everyone believes you. No need to explain anything.
I mean, just one. I don't know how much he can help us with, like, from all the ship
Just
cargo.
speak as your character. That's it. No one. We don't need anything from you. If you just want to get rid of the soul, just do it.
Well, Farwell would know that the private residence of Helena Creel family is located.
Why would we want to go there?
Well, she is not in the court, so she could be either in the temple or at her own place.
Fair enough. I mean, if Farwood would to be the one to talk, I think he would choose temple, sacred ground, Titan Fist of Inakarin, and all those loyal to him. So that would be one of the most trustworthy places to talk about such things with Helena.
For fun.
But if someone else wants to talk to Helena, maybe her mansion is the better pick.
Well, Wolf, you can cosplay as a Farwell.
Of course not. I will not talk about religion for everything. No.
Well, Captain Rafe,
Yeah, Captain Rafe. Do it.
so what are you doing?
Or you can just meet Helena and ensure we found it. We ended up in the ship. That's it.
Okay.
We can always probably. What speaks for us is that we really don't know how to wield soul magic, and I think that's quite believable that we don't know how to. So it seems very plausible that we just came across this, right? Then maybe we don't have to disclose sources, or just like, nope, that's a sign of goodwill, but we cannot give this away. Here, do some good with it. Fix the world. In your name, and shine proudly as you rise in ranks.
It's your decision as a party.
I mean, Farwood can do the talking, just probably next session. Because, Farwood needs to go offline.
As you are standing in the middle of the street discussing it, you naturally all can hear how the main topic in the town at the moment, as people are gossiping and shouting and expressing their ideas and beliefs, is a daring heist that happened several nights ago, performed by the unknown group. You see several men arguing on the street, each of them pointing at different directions. Whom to blame to? Yes. Most of them, of course, are saying, oh, it was a sneaky battalion. Meanwhile, the other man is saying, well, but those pesky halflings, if they do something big, because according to their size, they will definitely claim it to themselves, but they deny any relation to that. Can you believe that? I don't believe that, certainly. As you keep on standing in the middle of the busy street, you also learn that generally this has taken the guardsmen of the city of Denver by surprise, as no one would ever think that such an art installation for the heroic deeds would ever be not only moved, but daringly stolen. So now when it comes to the protection of cultural heritage, the museums, and any other public displays of glory, they would have triple amount of guards installed there. And of course, everybody is still guessing who did the job.
We will spread the rumors that it is a secret order of the True Knight did it. At least I will do.
Nobody knows the
Good.
term, right?
Good, then I can spread the rumors without worrying about anything.
We could spread the
give
rumor
him
that it
another
was
name.
Duvalier himself. That's why he
Or Duvalier
vanished.
himself. He
Why?
vanished and stole the skull, yes.
What would be the legend?
No one knows.
He stole the skull in order to revive the dragon back under his command. He couldn't live with the shame of losing such a strong slave, let's say. And he
Well,
could
everybody
not share.
knew the coral dragon is a symbol of his trade fleet. Yes, and everybody knew whom they slain. So, well, that already sounds like plausible legend.
He could not share the glory with